My Chinese name is Wing Yan Ao, and my English name is exactly the same. My parents are both from Hong Kong, Kowloon if you want to be exact. They both immigrated over to Canada because of family and for school, and then decided to come over to the US and had me. Growing up, I really hated my name. I still kind of do now. When I was 8, 10, 12, I hated my name so much I would change it at least once a month and tell my friends I went by Ruby, Elizabeth, Jessica, or really whatever name was popular on the baby naming websites at the time. My brother and I were both born in the US, yet our parents decided to give us Chinese names instead of English ones. I've pestered my parents countless times about why they didn't give us an English name, and I'm sure that you've heard that immigrant parents tend to give their children an English name because they want their children to succeed in their new country and have the opportunities they weren't able to have. Instead, my parents decided to take a backwards approach.
個原因我幫你哋開個中文名係因為你哋唔識中文，又埋唔明中文嘅意思，咁我同爸爸咧就希望可以幫你哋有一個名，你哋可以去 carry 去 next generation， 而可以帶到俾你哋嘅小朋友。咁同埋係有一個非常有意思嘅名去代表你哋自己啊。而英文名咧，你哋識英文，你哋隨時自己鍾意揾一個你哋鍾意嘅名都好容易。
Seeing that my East Asian peers who were born with an ethnic name typically change their name upon coming to the US or another English-speaking country, I set out to find the reasons why.
It's easier to remember.
Me using Lisa is only for convenience.
Gives one less thing for bullies to use against you in a way. The story behind the name John was not given to me by myself or my parents or any of my relatives. It was given to me by my first grade teacher. My parents feared that during graduation, the teacher would botch my name during first grade graduation in a sense. So what happened was the first grade teacher then said, we can call you John. Which I believe was like the most stereotypical name that you could possibly find for an Asian. But yes, they gave me the name John. For me personally, I changed my name to better convenience, I guess, the American society so that they don't have to necessarily mispronounce my name, and also to save myself the hassle of correcting someone every time.
Oh, I decided to use J, not my Korean name, because in Korean passport, they have G1, but like I don't know why they have some space between G and 1 when it's just like G1. And because of that, a lot of people thought, even in my high school, like G is like, so I was like, they call me G, I'm like, can you just call me J? That sounds better. So once I realized that people are calling me like G, like that doesn't sound that well, I just wanted to make a name as J because it's easier to like remember, and also it sounds it doesn't like when I hear it's kind of the name that is easy to memorize. So like if I meet someone again and then we just said hi like in a street or something randomly, and if I meet someone again, that person again in the future, they will be able to remember my name easier. No, actually, it's my family recommended me because I was talking to them also. I have like this kind of problem, and then they were like, then what about using this name? And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I asked my friends, they're like, oh yeah, that sounds good. So yeah.
My English name actually is named by my grade 1 teacher. I actually changed my English name, because my name is Lisa, right? And then my classmate just called me Pizza or something. And I just don't like it. And then I just one day tell my father, and I said, I want to change my name. I don't want to call Lisa. So I changed it to my favorite thing, Candy. So Candy became my name for a long time. I think it's my entire elementary school. I all call like Candy. And then after junior high and senior high, I was kind of like, oh my god, this name is good. So I changed back to Lisa. Yeah.
So it seems like the reasons center around assimilation, but for others their reasons may have been a bit more personal.
100% easier. 100%. In elementary school, I was bullied a lot for my name. I had nicknames like E Tree or like, which is funny because one of the English teachers in my elementary school called me that by accident, and then the kids took it and just started using it against me. I had people like bully me. I got in a lot of fist fights growing up. I've had occasions where in second grade I had bit someone's hand because they jumped on top of me saying that yeah, your name is dumb and stuff like that. And then I bit their hand and left bite marks. You can see my teeth are very sharp, but yeah. And then going from there, third grade, I punched somebody because they wouldn't stop calling me names. Fifth grade, I would not say choked, but it was close to being choked. Somebody, because he was not stop bugging me. But yes.
So we've listened to the experiences of those who were born with an ethnic name, but what about someone who had both an ethnic name and an English name from the start?
I think it's like more. So you know when people like maybe like two foreigners speak in a foreign language like in front of you that you don't understand, you kind of feel like isolated from them.
Yeah.
But like sometimes I believe that sometimes they change their English name because like they can blend more into the entire environment, or like people like will be more
accepting.
yeah like at least you're trying to adapt into like our environment, or like the environment you're trying to get into, and like so like changing their name might be a little bit helpful like for them. I think they probably feel like a strong feeling with their own like Chinese, maybe like Chinese for me, like Chinese name, and like they feel like their name kind of built their identity, and like they don't want to change it.
I think 100%. It's great. I think if you can choose to not like subject yourself to peer pressure and the culture around you.
I think if they have strong identity, they should not change it.
Although not explicitly stated by all the previous respondents, it's a general consensus that those who kept their ethnic name in an English-speaking country have a strong sense of identity and culture. So, can I come to a conclusion that this is true for all of those people who still use their ethnic name?
No. I did, because it's it gets annoying, like, from just, I guess not all the time, but like from time to time, when I introduce myself, they're like, what?
Yeah.
You know, they're like, can you repeat that? And like, and then like my introduction is just, I always say, oh, hi, I'm Yurong. It spells Y-U-R-O-N-G. It's like you're wrong. That's like my whole introduction, like every time I introduce myself. And it gets annoying. And like some people say like, oh, I like it. And like other people will be like, oh, okay. I did. So like I have a Starbucks name. My Starbucks is Erin. Yeah, if you're curious. People can't really remember it. Like, so if I meet them for a second time, they'll be like, oh, how do you say your name again? And I guess I do that too. Yeah, because I don't remember people's name, but it's just, and they'll like always, I guess, it doesn't really bother me that much anymore, but people would just, like constantly just make me like, you're wrong jokes. They'd be like, you're wrong. And I'm like, oh my gosh. First of all, I don't know why I would change. Well, like, Erin's like not, I don't resonate with that either, but it's easy. Well, I guess at first my mom like told me like because it's different, it's a good thing. Like whenever if I go like apply for a job, like there would be like Abby's, all these like common name, but like my own stand out. Like that's like the first thing, and then second of all, I don't know. Like I feel like most people that I know from just from the past knows me as my like Yurong and not like somebody else. So if I just suddenly change it, it'll be really like hard to like tell everyone, oh, I changed your name, and like everyone be telling like ask me, oh, why did you change your name? Like I like it, but yeah. So I just decided to go with it, and if people don't like it, they don't like it. So and I don't care. I feel like I'll be a lot more whitewashed than I already am. Because like I'll associate myself with American culture more than my Chinese culture. Even if I don't know, like live in like a Asian community, I would still feel like, oh, I have an American name, so like I'm more American than I'm Chinese. I would recommend to change it if your name is really complicated. But if it's like something simple as mine, or not like simple, but like people can actually phonetically say it, I just say no, like you don't have to, because I mean it's not gonna hinder you that much in life. Like you're not gonna be behind, or like people not. I mean I feel like in this day and age, like people are more open minded to like multicultural people, and I feel like keeping your ethnic name it connects you back to your roots more than, I guess, you're maintaining a connection with your background instead of just like, oh, I'm gonna throw that away and like I'm just gonna go into this new thing. Because I feel like, I mean, if you want to cut ties with your background, like go for it. But if you still want to like identify as a Chinese person, then I think like they should just keep your name. If you're easy, that's the big thing. Yeah.
It doesn't matter what your name is. You just gotta show what you can do and bring everything you have onto the table. And no matter what the name is, you just gotta be you.
So let's go back to me and my name crisis. It's been a lifelong question. Should I change my name or not? Now that I'm older and in college, I want to say that I've grown and decided on what to do, but really, I haven't. But I have learned that those who change their name usually do so to accommodate others rather than for themselves. And that's true for me at least. I wanted to change my name because I wanted others to be able to say it correctly on their first try. I didn't want to have to repeat my name 10 times in introductions or be asked if there was another easier name I went by. So let's go back to me and my name crisis. It's been a lifelong question. Should I change my name or not? Now that I'm older and in college, I want to say that I've grown and decided on what to do, but really, I haven't. But I have learned that those who change their name usually do so to accommodate others rather than for themselves. And that's true for me at least. I wanted to change my name because I wanted others to be able to say it correctly on their first try. I didn't want to have to repeat my name 10 times in introductions or be asked if there was another easier name I went by. For me, I'm proud to be Asian American and to have parents who are from a different country. I'm really proud of my heritage and culture, and I love learning something new about it every day. And it's this interest and love for my roots that helped me keep the name I have and use now. From what I've seen, there's a strong connection between a name and its culture. I used to hate my name so much. I didn't really learn to love it until late in high school, which is when I started connecting with my culture. To me, I felt like an imposter in a way. I'm not as fluent in Cantonese as those who were born in Hong Kong. I'm only mediocre in reading and writing, and my favorite Cantonese food is always going to be basic and unsophisticated compared to those not from the US. My name was the only thing that connected me back to my culture, and once I accepted it, I started to appreciate my background more. For those who come changing their name, it's just to fit in with a strange new culture that they're trying to learn more about. And of course, there'll be nuances where fitting in means adjusting for the ease of others and changing your identity in a way. In the end, I'm not saying that changing your name is bad. It's your own name, your own identity, and your own choice. Sometimes changing your name when in a different country is for the better. Instead, I'm saying that you shouldn't change your name for other people. Don't do it to cater to them. Do it for yourself. You can't please everyone you meet anyway, so might as well just start with yourself.